Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mo. In today's video, I will be reading some of my subscribers' favorite reads of 2023. Now, this is gonna be like me trying to figure out if y'all really have taste or not. I have a handful of people that always comment on my videos consistently, so I'm just really excited to see what they like. If y'all got taste, like it kind of give that I got taste. So please don't disappoint me, because one of the books, yeah. So the first book that I'm reading is called The City of Brass. It's the first book in the David trilogy by S.A. Chakraborty. I said that with a little accent. I hope I said it right, girl, Shannon. I've already read 30% of this book. I'm gonna read the summary because I be feeling like I don't know what I'm talking about. But we follow two characters' point of views. It's not Nari and Ali. Let me know if this is like Aladdin coded. I watched like one video of somebody talking about it. Oh, this is Ozzy's pick. Ozzy has okay, link down below. She has been commenting a lot of book series. She is really into fantasy, so I need to get into what she's into because she's got good recommendations. Honestly, I feel like she mentioned the David Bond series on like one thing, and I was like, I'm gonna read that. And I think she's kind of currently in the middle of it, so I'm just gonna read the first book today in that series and see if I'm with it. By the way, I'm on 30% and I'm already into it, so I feel like I'm gonna like the series. Oh, but what I was saying was it's kind of like Aladdin coded for me because it does hint at like Egyptian, Arabian setting, and then also one of our characters, Dara, it seems like he's kind of like the genie. He was like a slave that could wield magic, like he had a slave curse on him. And then also our main character, Nari, she is like, they say she's a con woman, but she still is to live. Like she was orphaned very young, like at 5 years old, and she has like healing powers and a lot of like unexplainable powers that she has no idea, like the origin. She's just like, whatever, like that's me, but she don't believe in magic for real. So it's kind of like, girl, you wouldn't be here if magic didn't exist. So basically, while she's conning somebody, she goes to like this ritual ceremony thing and she's pretending to be something that she's not, and she starts singing this song in like her language. One of her cool ass gifts is that like she can learn any kind of dialect or language just by hearing it. Like she can understand it and then respond to any language if she's never even heard of it. She summons Dara. He's called a jinn or a deva. I won't say they're gods, but I guess in this world they are. I don't know. But he suspects that she's like what is it called? Shafit, which is like half human, half whatever, because it's kind of like when you read mythology, demigods, kind of like that. But it's giving that she might be the last like living descendant of like her family's origin, and there's like this opposition that like has been trying to kill them for centuries. So they on her ass right now. Like she's on the run, and right now they're journeying to get to this city called David, which is the trilogy's name. I feel like it's moving like medium pace. Like I'm not mad at it right now. I always say I haven't read enough fantasy to really have like an opinion. Like I don't feel like this is like the slowest I've ever read, and I don't feel like it's super fast either. We learning stuff slowly about the world building, and I kind of like this world. We don't really know that much about like the humans for real, but that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, right now it's giving like 4-star. I know that's really early to say that, but I'm gonna read. I'm really supposed to be getting ready for work right now, so I'm gonna try to read at work and then maybe tell y'all later this evening. Sometimes I'd be too tired to talk to y'all and it'd be too late, you know what I mean? Yeah, I just wanted to intro this video because I've been already reading the book, and I always feel like weird whenever I'm already reading a book and then I come in and I'm like, hey y'all, you know? So I'm reading that, and I've got a lot of good books up my sleeve. Y'all have left me really good recommendations. Oh, also this is spoiler free if I don't mention that anywhere to my best abilities, because sometimes when things get too juicy, I want to tell y'all everything. So hey y'all, this is probably the next day. I am on 44%, chapter 14. I think we're about to be in Ali's point of view. I don't know if I really explained it, but they've got like a caste system that's slightly confusing. Like I kind of know what everyone is and who is what, but I'm still like a little confused. Dada is a deva. He ain't no diva, but he doesn't like Jinn. Jinn is like, I guess, a derogatory term. And like on my way here I was thinking about it and I was like, Jinn, Genie. Sorry, I'm hyped for no reason, but yeah, he hates that word. But like yeah, they called him Jinns. But then in the city, which we just finally heard, the city is like enclosed with brass. So like city of brass. Sorry, I had a lot to tell y'all. Now I'm like overwhelmed, and I'm like excited to tell y'all everything. I you know, I don't know. I'm really liking it so far, is what I'm trying to tell you. What was I gonna say? I feel like because it's the first book, one of them, Ali or Dada, is gonna be like betraying her or withholding information, because it's already getting a little like dodgy, because someone had mentioned her mama, which she's been orphaned since she was 5, so she's like 20 something years old now. Yeah, they've been saying that she the only last one or whatever, the people that know about her. But also it's just like, why would somebody mention her mama? And Dada is like oddly suspicious of these people, because like they were the people that were chasing them down. So like obviously like, because they're like, we'll bring you back unharmed because we made a deal. And it's like, the same people that were trying to tear me and eat me up, no. So they running and shit, blah blah. She find out she could like blood curse somebody. Then we're finally gonna get to the point where like they meet up with Ali. I haven't gotten there yet. Like that's probably like at 50%. Like when their point of views actually like blend. Ali's family, they overtook them and then started calling themselves a certain name or something like that. I'm very confused about it. I'm just vibing, to be honest with you. I know who my people is and I know who my people ain't. That's it. That's all. I kind of don't trust Dara right now, and I also don't really like Ali. And the reason why I don't like Ali is because he follows like that like plot line. I don't know if it's called a trope or what. I don't know, y'all. Literary terms are failing me right now. Where there's like this really corrupt, ruthless king, and then their heir is living this really privileged, naive life, and then they finally get a touch of society, and they're like, no way, this has all been happening under my nose. Oh no, what must I do? Like, and they have this whole conflicting thing, and they become like radicalized, and it's like either you're gonna do something or you ain't. Like, shit, or get off the pot. So yeah, there's Ali. He kind of a little right now, but we'll see if he turns it up. Apparently like the ending is really like the one that gets the people, gets the girls riled up. So we'll see. I'm enjoying it so far. What y'all think? Do y'all think that her mama is alive somewhere underground? Because there's got to be like some kind of secret society or something of her people. Like there's no way she's the last people. But oh, I'm embarrassed. I've got to go, y'all. Yeah, so I did finish The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. It ate. I gave it 4.75 stars, and honestly, I gave it 4.75 because sometimes I was confused about what was going on. That's why it wasn't 5. Out of 100%, like maybe 30% of it, I was just like, 30 is kind of a lot. 15 to 20%, I was just like, because like the whole Jen and Deva, like that was getting confusing because depending on who said it, it meant like derogatory things. There was a lot of like rivals and like alliances and you know, shit like that. Like it was confusing me. Like, you know, politics ain't really my thing. But apparently the other books get more political, so we will see. At one point, I was trying to figure out who she was going to end up with because it was seeming like a little romantic. There was like one kiss in the book. There was like a lot of tension between her and this other character. But at the end, child, it escalated. And I was kind of shook. I just sat there for a second after I finished it, and I was just like, that can't be it. That can't be it. And it's like, who you think is one person isn't who you think. Like, and I really, if I don't finish this series soon, I'm going to forget a lot because I'm already kind of like confused now. So like, I can't imagine not reading it for months and then trying to come back to that. Like, no way. And next, oh, was there anything else I want to say? There was like possession, like of these, like this creature, like this ancient creature. There was like exiling. I don't know what the, like someone was exiled, but like, what's the word for that? Like, is that exhalation? No, that's literally breathing. No, breathing out. Exiling, I don't know. It's above me. There was like a forced marriage of convenience or whatever, kind of. We'll see if that happens. Just a lot. Like, we lost some people, y'all. It's getting dicey. It's getting dicey. But yeah, that was Ozzy's read. I feel like that was a great start to the video. 4.75 stars. I'm hoping the rest of them eat the way this did. Like 4 stars and up. 4 stars and up. Let me introduce my next reading choice. Hold on. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, a lot of y'all's like books that I'm choosing are like 400 pages and up, and that's really ridiculous. Like, I need y'all to like not be reading such big books and recommending me big ass books. Like, let's get like maybe 300. You know what I mean? So the next book, it's actually gonna be a whole entire series because the books are pretty short. So like, I know what I just said. Like, this is a break from all those. Okay, it is gonna be the Them Boys series by Alexandria House. This was Elga 3, aka Brandy. Y'all, we got a name. Brandy. This is someone that constantly shows love, and we have good conversation in the comments. She said that she would recommend the entire series. Each book is like 100. Like, okay, the first book set is 113, the next one is 112, and the last one's like 148. So altogether, that's roughly like 400 pages. I should be able to read those 3 books. I actually don't know what this one is about, so I'm gonna read really quick, and I'm gonna get out of y'all face. Okay, set. This is the first book. A chance encounter and one night of passion leads to a mutually beneficial arrangement for 2 souls from different worlds. When love creeps into the equation, neither is sure how to feel or what to do. The only thing either is certain of is their need for the other. Okay, so I thought about it, and I think in between when I can't like listen to the audiobook, like when I'm at work and stuff like that, I think I'm gonna read Demon's Dream by L. Kaysen. It was one of Memes 23's recommendations. Start that one. That one's like 750 pages, so at least if I can like start it, maybe it won't be so daunting whenever I actually like solely focus on it. Y'all, I don't know what was going on yesterday, but I didn't read it all. I didn't know that the narrators from Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan is the narrators for Set by Alexandria House. It's Wesley Siobhan and Jacoby Diem. Y'all, I'm doing what I'm not supposed to be doing, so mind your business, okay? Are y'all the feds? And literally, I didn't read at all yesterday, and I already got to 10%. I'm on my way to work, and I hope I'm not screaming. I feel like I'm being really loud right now, but sometimes I feel like y'all can't hear me. So anyway, they are so nasty. They're so nasty. Like, I'm literally giggling. I'm giggling and I'm blushing on my way. Like, I'm driving and I'm like, ooh, I'm turning down my phone because I'm on like Bluetooth, so people can for sure hear like literally the first sentence. Y'all, what the fuck am I reading? Who did this? Was this Brandy? Brandy, girl. Okay, girl. Big gulp. Big gulp. Yeah. 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 Hey y'all, I lost my voice, so I'm not gonna be talking for a lot of this time. I did want to document this so I can remember how I sounded, because I've always wanted a raspy voice and I'm with it, but this is not me. You know what I mean? Like, I sound like I smoke 2 packs a day, for real. I finished the Them Boys series by Alexandria House. Today is the day after Christmas. It's the 26th. Finish those, get them right on up. I would say I'm gonna have more thoughts when my voice is back to normal, like, remind you, but I'm trying to get to a point. So I would say the series is like 3 to 3.5 stars, like as a whole. I didn't rate any of them because they're novellas and I was having a hard time. Yeah, right now I'm reading Demon's Dream by L. Kaysen. This was, did I tell y'all I was reading that? This is, hold on y'all. Oh, this was Memes 23. But I'm reading that and it's good. I'm on like only 10%. But it's reading like, this is gonna sound really stupid, but it's reading like when you ever watch like stories with older, I would say an older matriarch in your family or like whatever. Recently, I've been watching like telenovelas with one of my best friend's mamas, and like all the drama and the juiciness, like this is a long book, but like I feel like it's just so, everything matters. Like, it's so entertaining right now. I feel like I got on here to say something else. Things are happening. I will, again, explain things more in depth, hopefully, whenever I feel better. All I will say, at 10%, Parker is giving weirdo vibes. I just highlighted a thing. It says, keep thinking it's a joke. I'm not gonna stop until Dream is mine. And like, she don't want him. So I just feel like it's gonna get really weird, and it's already kind of like gangs and like, not mafia-esque, but you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean if you know what I mean. Like, it's just like a bunch of like wars and like different sets and kind of things. So he better watch out. But I feel like, I don't know, it's gonna be suspenseful anyway because of the nature of the story. So we will see. Anyway, I'm rambling now. Bye. Hey y'all. As you can tell, my voice is like now back to like 90%, so I feel comfortable talking to y'all. The last time I talked to y'all was on Tuesday. Today's Thursday, the 28th of December. Yeah. Okay, so I wrote all these notes and I can't even remember the books anymore because when I listen to things on audio, sometimes it's hard to like remember. So for Set by Alexandria House was the first book in the Them Boys series. They had went to school together, and the brothers had like a bad reputation. Like, they had like all been getting into fights and was really bad when they was kids, but they just had a really bad home life with most bad kids. Like, but they had went to like this school reunion or whatever and linked up. It was Set and Karima, and I think she was a daycare like coordinator, like a daycare owner, and then he was a boxer or like a trainer or something like that. There was like a lot of toxic masculinity in it. I didn't hate it. Okay, so, okay. Before we get into all of these books, I need y'all to know that what I would go for in real life and what I like to read is way completely different, okay? These men had the biggest of the biggest red flags in the world, but like, while I'm reading it, I'm like, okay. Like, it never gave that in real life, okay? Never gave. So anyway, also, I think I told y'all when I was like a week ago, I don't know. I'm on now I'm all over the place. Hold on. Anyways, it sounds like the male narrator was like from LA sometimes, and like I love that accent. Like I love a lot of different accents, and it kept taking me back to Before I Let Go because it was the exact same narrators. I think I said their names wrong. It was Jacoby Diem and Wesley Shaban. Yeah, it's not Siobhan or nothing like that. It's like Shaban, like Siobhan. So yeah, it was short and sweet. I like their chemistry together. I just feel like they were kind of just screwing each other way too long before they admitted their feelings. But hey, shit happens, you know. Yeah, that's it. That's why I feel like the series was like a 3 to 3.5 because I don't know, like it wasn't nothing super great. Like I liked the writing, but like it wasn't enough. And that's my problem with reading short books. Like I don't know how to really, I need help on that. Like I really need help to like grasp my enjoyment of something that's so short because I feel like enough wasn't done. But like also like that's the format the book is in. So like that is doing what it has to do. So I do feel like in the series she did a lot for how short the book was, but it still wasn't enough for me personally because I read bigger books. So I don't know. I'm waiting for like that really good middle ground, like 300 pages to 350, where people really like explore everything. Alexandria House did do a good job of making you care and like know her characters in just 100 pages. So I do commend her for that. But still, I just wanted like I don't know, the time jumps like that. Like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Then I read Jaws' book. I will say the first book, I don't remember there are any content warnings I want to talk about, but this one there was I'm gonna warn y'all about like pregnancy struggles. It was not on page, and then also cheating that did happen on page. And if you don't like cheating, just don't even read this one. I'm so sorry. I don't care to read about cheating. Like I hate cheaters in real life, but like to read it, it doesn't really bother me. In this moment, her wasn't shit, so don't care. We followed Ja and Trish. I kind of like them more as a couple. Like I like the personalities a little bit more. It was more of like a funny, easygoing for a second. It's weird because they were a funnier couple, but they were going through more shit kind of than Seth and Karima. Point of view. When your emotionally repressed friend starts like telling you stuff and you're just like you're doing something else and then you speed up to the camera and you're just like, you know, like you're doing something and then like as soon as they say what they gotta say, you're tuning the fuck in.
One time in my life I felt that. What was my purpose? And sometimes you graduate out of high school.
That's how it was with Ja. Like he literally does not open up. Then at one point he was just like, my dad used to beat on me when I was, whoa, 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 whoa. Ears are on, okay? I like that the bigger girls are being loved on. Trish was plus size, so we love that for her. It's okay to be like, have your own feelings about your body, but I don't like reading when like people are like overly insecure about their body. I've dealt with my own insecurity issues, so like to read and try to escape and have fun while you're reading and then read something like, oh, I hate my body every other page, it's really horrible. And like she did have insecurities, but like it seemed like she was really comfortable around him and I like that for her. And then lastly, Shoe. Content warning for sexual assault. That was not on the page. This one I don't have a lot of thoughts about. This is like more like a collective, like over the series. I put they all need therapy. So like there was just things that just weren't resolved that I'm just like, these hood dudes need therapy. Really bad. Felt like I love how even though the books are so short, you feel like you know the struggles they go through in their personalities. I think I said that already. I think the brothers are very similar, and even though their narrators are the same, their voices are different. I just don't know how to describe things anymore. That one also was age gap. Shoes book. It's 25 and 41. If you don't like that, it's whatever. But like that's actually like, I would prefer the younger person to be 25 and up, but 40. That's like a 15, 16-year age gap. That's kind of crazy. The more the series progressed, the more tragic the story and like the heavy feeling of the book got. That was that. Yeah, I would say it's a 3-star series, 3.5. Like, some slight. Okay, so now I can really get into. I'm reading Demon's Dream by Elle Kaysen right now. I'm on 66%, so like I'm almost to 500 pages at 750 pages. I've been reading the out of this book, okay? If I didn't already explain this, so basically we're dealing with people from powerful families that deal with underground economies. The two main characters is Dream and Demon, but what I didn't know was that we're gonna get other people's characters and we're knowing all their teeth. Like we're in their head, we're in their story, like we're fucking with them, literally and figuratively. We're fucking with them and we're fucking with them, okay? There's just so much to talk about. I don't really want to talk about this with y'all. Like at the beginning I was like, oh my god, Demon is my man. But then, like, last night I read something, and it was like, tell me if I'm being sensitive, but it was, like, a little homophobic. It was homophobic, actually. It was homophobic, yeah. So, he finds out he has a little brother, and he has to take his brother in because his mom can't take care of him. He don't for her. He would put a bullet in her head if he could. Yeah. She's gotta go. I can't say anything nicer than that. But the little boy was like, so, Demon was trying to spoil a dream for something, which fucking violent. And the little boy, he's 12. He was like, as he should. And then Demon was like, don't be saying that gay ass shit. And then she was like, don't be homophobic in front of him. And I was like, in front of him? Don't be homophobic at all. I don't know. Am I being sensitive? I don't know. You know, bitches in the alphabet mafia, they be getting a little sensitive about their little gay shit. And I'm just trying to figure out if I'm being sensitive about this little gay shit. Okay? I was just like, And then it was so random. That's the thing. It was so random. Like, the little boy has never talked about his sexuality. Like, it's never been anything about anything. I don't know. Sometimes I be trying to figure out if authors really feel a certain way about certain topics and they just lightly sprinkle it in. I'm like, is that you? Is that? Because, you know, authors put a bit of them in every book, I feel like. So I was like, okay, Sin, this might be the last book for you. Like, I'm reading literally a 750-page book by you. Please don't be homophobic, babe. Please. And girl, like, the subplot with her sister, Diana. Hey besties, if you're not looking at your screen or like paying attention, I'm about to spoil something because I literally couldn't help myself. So I'm doing the courteous thing. If you don't want to be spoiled, move around. Thank you. She was supposed to get like a marriage and convenience with this dude, and the dude was with other people, and she walked in on it. So then she cheated, got her leg back. Then she fell in love with the that she was cheating with. And then Demon, he's just like, oh. Girl, I was so ugly. Oh. So basically, the beginning of the story starts with like Dream's brother. What's his name? I'm gonna call him D, because that's what they call him, but I forgot his name. Dream's brother. Dream is the woman and Demon is the guy. His real name is Damien. He lets her call him Damien. D got with Crystal, which is a part of this family. And Crystal was already like set up to be married to this dude for like powerful, like influencing gain. Like, it was supposed to help the family. And she went behind her dad's back, got with D. They had like eloped and then got pregnant. The dad is like, I'm gonna kill him. Like, I'm gonna kill him. And then the sister, she's always fixing stuff, Dream. And she's like, no, like, we gotta work something out. And he was just like, okay, a daughter for a daughter. And she's like, what the does that mean? So his brother is a demon. And he was like, since y'all took my daughter, we gonna take Dream. And that's gonna be like a 30-day deal. So Demon can do whatever he wants to do with her. Basically, it was just like, he just can't physically harm her, leave like marks and shit like that, but he could do whatever he wants to her. Crazy. Very crazy. Like, again, I would not go for this in real life. I'm not in this world, okay? But I would not go for this. But she had no choice. It was that or her dad and her brother was gonna be going out of here. Baby, when I tell you this is the longest 30 days you'll ever read about, we still have a week left and I'm doing 66%. Because it was like, they were talking to each other for like a couple weeks before the 30 days started. Because he was like, no, we're going to start when I want to start. We're going to start when I want to start. Like, he would do a little something and he was like, no, we're going to start when I'm going to start. I'm like, get to Sorry. That wasn't very like ladylike of me. I think her and her sister were both virgins, which is like, tired. Like, I'm tired of reading about virgins. I know that virgins exist, okay? I understand that that's an experience that people need to read for themselves, like, you know, be relating to. In a way, sometimes I just feel like it's just like fetishized and it's weird. Like, there's nothing wrong with being a virgin at all. But when they're like, oh, I'm just so happy I'm the first that was in this, I'm like, ew. The same people that say all that shit about like, oh, I'm so glad I'm your first, like, nobody else could get it before me, blah, blah, blah. They're ran through. Their community. Also, all of them being like, come here. I don't know, when I read like a book, when a guy's like, come here, I'm like, ooh. And I don't like being told what to do. I'm not like a submissive person. I really don't like doing that. If y'all listen to my Aries sister, Jill Scott, she has a video where she was like, I think it was The Breakfast Club. I think so, because I feel like Charlamagne was in the back. I don't watch that anymore, but I used to back in the day. But she was like, you could tell me what to do if you could tell me what to do. But if you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do. I felt that. Like, she literally repeated herself a lot of times, but you just have to read between the lines. Like, if you don't get it, you just have to listen. Okay? Sister was preaching. Like, if you got it like that to tell me what to do, you could do. But if you don't, like, I'm looking at you so crazy. Like, you're talking outside your neck. Like, please. But yeah, this is real toxic. Child, like, she can't dance with no dude, she can't get no numbers, she can't do nothing, but it's all on his time. He's starting to get his act right because he's very emotionally damaged. He's very okay, so I'm giving him that. But come on now, we can't keep continuing on like this. This is not the kind of carrying on that I like. But yeah, it's really good. I don't want to say too much anymore. Hey y'all, we're at our regular spot now. I am on 80% of Demon's Dream, which is like the last 200 pages, and I'm really liking it. There's a character that we're introduced to. His name is Smoke. And I love him to pieces. He is somebody that will bust a cap in your and then ask questions later. So I really love that energy. He don't play about his, neither does Demon, but they're both psychotic. Would never touch these men with a 10-foot pole. I don't care how good the Zik is, okay? Well, what else was I gonna say? Okay, I'm gonna be honest. What I just read when I was at the house was like, it got a little bit too combaty action scene for me. It was just like, oh, me and my dudes at the front. We got this. Oh, we surrounded him from the back. Like, this isn't what I signed up for. It was like a lot of pages of just chaos. Trigger warning, one of the characters gets whipped. You would think in a book with a mostly black cast that whipping would not be. The men in the series are literally insane. The ones we like and the ones we don't. They're all insane. I really wanted to finish it today, but like, I don't know. Sometimes you be thinking you want to read mood, and then when you start reading, you're just like, hand me the TikTok. Hand me the YouTube. But yeah, that was my update. Finished Demon's Dream last night. So I'll tell you a little bit about that, and then hopefully I can move on to Babel. Honestly, there's not that much more that I want to talk about that I haven't talked about yesterday, but it kind of escalated. No, it definitely escalated, not kind of. So I told y'all about the whipping, right? The person that got whipped got their lick back. And then the lick back was just, it was well deserved. I was living for it, but reading it, I was like, all the men, I would say morally gray, leaning more towards like bad. They don't play about like women and children, and they don't play about consent, but like they literally are murderers. Okay, so I did end up giving it 4.5 stars out of 5. So for characters, I gave it 8 out of 10, atmosphere 8 out of 10, writing style 10 out of 10, plot 8 out of 10, intrigue 10 out of 10, logic 7 out of 10, enjoyment 10 out of 10. So like that rounded out to be like 4.5. That's really all I have to say about that. I'm gonna read Babel next. I literally know nothing about Babel. I know it's like languages, that's all I know, and it's like, is it dark academia? I'm gonna read the summary for y'all. This is by R.F. Kuang. This is my first R.F. Kuang book. Honestly, all of these authors are new to me. This summary is kind of long. Oh, it's historical, and if it's boring, I might not even read this, child. No, I should. Okay, a historical fantasy epic that grapples with student revolutions, colonial resistance, and the use of language and translation as a dominating tool of the British Empire. Traditor. An active translation is always an act of betrayal. 1828. Robin Swift, orphaned by cholera in Canton, is brought to London by the mysterious Professor Lovell. There he trains for years in Latin, Ancient Greek, and Chinese, all in preparation for the day he'll enroll in Oxford University's prestigious Royal Institute of Translation, also known as Babel. The tower and his students are the world's center for translation and, more importantly, magic. This is magic? I thought this was just boring. Interesting. Silver working, the art of manifesting the meaning. No, actually, I feel like the little bit that I do know about this, someone said that it was magic, but then other people were like, it's not really magic, but like, it's not, like, it's close to our world, but there's a little bit of magic. So it's not the magic, like, super magic world, but I don't think I'm making sense, but fantastical. Silver working, the art of manifesting the meaning lost in translation using enchanted silver bars, has made the British unparalleled in power as the arcane craft serves the empire's quest for colonization. For Robin, Oxford is a utopia dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge, but knowledge obeys power, and as a Chinese boy raised in Britain, Robin realizes serving Babel means betraying his motherland. As his studies progress, Robin finds himself caught between Babel and the shadowy Hermes Society, an organization dedicated to stopping imperial expansion. When Britain pursues an unjust war with China over silver and opium, Robin must decide. Can powerful institutions be changed from within, or does this revolution always require violence? I'm trying to do better about updating y'all in between books, but I feel like I'm about to try to speed through this. I got the audiobook. We're locked and loaded. Hey y'all, long time no motherfucking see. Real quick, do y'all see what the I have on right now? My best friend got me this hoodie blanket, and it's the best thing I've ever owned in my entire life. 2 things that I love so much. So don't expect to see me wearing anything else for real except for this. I don't make the rules. Anyway, I'm currently still trying to read Babel by R.F. Kuang, and I'm just waiting on it to get interesting. I'm on 10%, and I've been on 10% for like 4 or 5 days, and it's just like a big history book of like colonization right now. Not to say that I don't want to learn about it. I don't know everything there is to know about colonization for sure, but like I didn't expect to be listening to it, you know? Like I'm listening to the audiobook and also got the ebook with my library, but like I'm just not into it. I really want to DNF it. But like 3 of y'all really want me to read it. Like Ozzy wanted me to read it. I believe Memes23 and then Queenie. So I'm just like, I gotta do it for the babes. Do it for the babes. But like, I don't want to. And I feel like y'all wouldn't want me to either. And then I was gonna try to fit in another book in this, but it's gonna have to happen later. It was Dia's choice. Well, what I think Dia would want me to read. So sorry, Dia. Yours is gonna be like in like a different part or like a different video. And I'll try to remember to be like, oh, this was what I was gonna read for Dia. Because eventually it will get read, but like I don't really feel like it right now. And honestly, the way this book is taking it out of me, I don't want to do anything. And then like, not to tell y'all too much, but at the beginning, the professor gave him something to drink and was like, oh, like you're real lucky, like this kills a lot of people like instantly. And it's like, what? I just got to a part, and I think, when are we gonna go all beat up professor levels? Like I've been trying to read this at work and I've been falling asleep, and I'm not even supposed to be telling y'all that. I just incriminated myself on the internet. But I be dozing. Oh, then he ate up these little white people. Let me read. The English made regular use of only 2 flavors, salty and not salty, and did not seem to recognize any of the others. For a country that profited so well from trading in spices, its citizens were violently averse to actually using them. In all his time in Hampstead, he never tasted a dish that could be properly described as seasoned, let alone spicy. He kind of got that. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I definitely want to put my hands on Professor Lovell, and not in a level way. Ha ha ha. And this is what he said to the boy. Laziness and deceit are common traits among your kind. This is why China remains an indolent and backwards country while her neighbors hurtle towards progress. Mind you, he's telling that to a child. Yeah, I'm just not into it. Like, I've been having so much fun with all the other books, and like right now, I'm not into it. You know how people will recommend a book and it's not that great, and everyone's like, oh, just wait till you get to halfway point, wait till you get to like 75%. Why am I reading a 500-page book and I have to wait till well over 50% for it to become a little bit interesting? Hey y'all, so I finished Babel last night / this morning. If you are a Babel stan, I would like you to exit the premises. If you are like a go hard ride or die for Babel, I need you to leave. So I did give it 3 stars. I was like, oh, maybe it's gonna be a 4, maybe it's gonna be a 4, but I gave it 3. So characters, I gave 4 out of 10. Atmosphere, I gave 6 out of 10. I don't really care about Oxford. Characters. We're in Robin's head, and then like we get a short thing of Letty, and then we get a short thing of Victoire. I forgot how the audiobook said it. Sorry, girl. I just feel like I didn't really know them, and then like the point where I was supposed to really know them and care about them, I didn't. Anyway, atmosphere 6, don't care about Oxford, don't care about. Writing style, I did give it an 8. Arv Kwong, you can write your ass off. I'll give you that much. Plot, I gave 7 out of 10. Intrigue, I gave 4 out of 10. At one point, I was listening to the audiobook and I dozed off, and I just woke up and I started right back where I was at. I didn't even care to go back. I was like, I need to finish this book. I don't care. Like, I literally went and I looked up spoilers so I can get filled in on what's going on. And I was like, okay. Logic, I gave 7 out of 10. Enjoyment, I gave 8 out of 10. Which really, enjoyment could have been lower, but I didn't want this to be a 2. Enjoyment, for me personally, I started enjoying it towards the end when it got dark and shit. I was like, oh, so this is why it's dark academia. Like, obviously, colonialism and imperialism is very dark. But, like, things happened, like, around 70%. I was like, ooh. So, yeah, I'm giving Babel 3 stars. Also, like, white people was just white people in this book. And I should have known based off of, like, what I have heard about R.F. Kuang's books, especially, like, Yellowface. Like, R.F. Kuang is not scared to give it to y'all real, give it to y'all straight. And I didn't expect there to be a white character in here that was, yeah. Anyways, if you read it, you read it. I'm not gonna, So here's some quotes. It's basically, yeah, here's some quotes. I just highlighted. I'm not going to try to think more about why I highlighted them. How strange, said Remy, to love the stuff and the language, but to hate the country. 8. I didn't know that the word nice comes from the Latin word stupid. I had to sit there for a second and be like, I need to come back on that. I need to come back and think about that. That's why I highlighted that. I also believe that decolonization must be a violent process. Oh, this is what someone said. Violence shows them how much we're willing to give up. Violence is the only language they understand because their system of extraction is inherently violent. Violence shocks the system, and the system cannot survive the shock. Another one, because their own interest is the only logic to listen to, not justice, not human dignity, not the liberal freedoms they so profess to value. They only, like, desire profit, basically. And then, like, the white people literally trying to gaslight the people that they poached from their countries. Like, literally, Robin's mom was sick. And, like, couldn't even mourn her for real, couldn't even bury her, give her a proper burial, and got poached by by his guardian, okay? But the white people being like, y'all should be grateful that you're even here. Like, what would y'all be doing if y'all wasn't at Oxford? And they're like, but you're not your countrymen. Like, you're not the people that are suffering. You're here. Are you insane? Are you insane? Do you hear the way you sound? Colonialism is not a machine capable of thinking, a body endowed with reason. It is naked violence that only gives in when confronted with greater violence. I agree. And the whole like, oh, you can't fight fire with fire. I definitely believe you can. Like, great strides in history have been made with violence. So you can't really tell me nothing about no violence. And yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about anything. So I'm going to try to do like a little review at the end. I never do this for real because I can't remember the books. Okay. The City of Brass, I gave 4.75 stars. I really enjoyed myself. Can't wait to finish the series. I didn't give Them Boys by Alexandria House a rating at all, but I think I did say, like in a past clip, it was giving 3 to 5, 3 to 3.5, but now it's giving like a 4-star series. It wasn't super grand, but like I feel like because the books are so short, I couldn't really like get a grasp on how I felt during it, but I didn't rate them. But I would say it's a 4-star series for me as a whole. And I was trying to figure out who my favorite was because I got a comment, I think from Memes23 or Brandy. I can't remember. Y'all know who y'all are. It's probably Shu or Set. Nothing against Ja, but I don't really remember him that much. Then I read Demon's Dream. I gave that one 4.5 stars by L. Kaysen. And then lastly, I have read Babel, and I'm giving it 3 stars. It wasn't for me. I already know this about myself, that I don't really like historical fiction, and I don't think I care that much about dark academia. Also, it was giving I was back in school, so I really feel bad. Like, I haven't seen a lot of people give it less than 4 or 5 stars, and I just feel like kind of like I'm the problem right now. Yeah, especially when like 3 of my subscribers really loved it, and they're like, you have to read this. I just feel like I let y'all down. So that is all. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that y'all enjoyed. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.